What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ant coming to you live and direct from Beyond Reality Podcast. Everybody, y'all know the drill. Like and subscribe to the channel. Yo, I told y'all I was going to make this happen for 2022. Everybody that know me knows how I feel about extreme movement, man. I think extreme movement is the best shit that ever happened to Krump. No disrespect to like Krump Kings, SK, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think nothing is better or was better than extreme movement. I think that was the most dopest, man. It was just the best era, man. MySpace era. And when you think of YouTube Krump, you think of extreme movement. So I'm about to kick this off today, man, with the original members. This is going to start from today all the way to like maybe the fall, end of the year. But this year is strictly paying homage to the original members of Extreme Movement. I got the homie Ray. He gonna kick it off for us. So let's go, y'all. Krump Talk episode 28, Extreme Movement edition with the homie J Street. Let's go. Yo,
Yo,
yo.
what up? What up?
What's good, Brody?
Just not much, brother.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hear
How
me?
you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, man. First off, bro, man, I just want to say, definitely appreciate you taking part in this, setting the tone for this dope year, man, because this year on my platform is strictly for the original, extreme movement members, man. So thank you for, kicking this off, man, setting the tone.
Oh yeah, no problem, brother. It's all love.
Yeah, it's all good, man. So yeah, let's jump into it, bro. Introduce yourself for those who don't know you.
Well, my name is Ray. I'm Jay Street from Extreme Movement. And that's really it, man. Everybody in Krump know me as Ray. Jay Street or Lil Street. And that's what it is. I used to be a Riot. I was a Boy Riot, and then I moved up to Lil Riot, and then things happened, and then I became a street boy, and then the rest is history.
Wow, man. See, look, you already dropping the gems for like people that don't even know. Cause Riot is like my closest brother, and he didn't even tell me that you was a part of his crew.
Yeah, yeah. Where we was holding it down with the Riots. It was me, Jeff, Tyree, pretty much, and that's how I got on. I got on because of Tyree, and then me and Jeff, got real close. Jazzy Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
so and he became Baby Solo, but we was always boys or whatever. But yeah, I I was I was with Riot for I say like a year, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my boy, he's still my brother though. My boy Tyree, we was always beefing and rioting like that. So he kicked me off the fam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
then one night, I get back on, whatever, we hash it out, everything cool. And then me and Tyree got into it again. We was about to fight, all kind of extra stuff. Rag called me, said, yeah, you causing too much beef in the fam, blah, 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 whatever. So I was like, all right, F it. And then me and Cannon, we go to an A1A session. And a lot of people don't know this, but Cannon was JR first. He was he was J Street first. And he the reason why I got on. I seen J Tight at the A1A session. We was talking. Cannon was like, yo, we trying to be a part of the fam or whatever. He was like, well, I'm trying to get Ray as a part of the fam. We was like, all right, cool. Talked about it. We had a little beef. He said, he said, I'm gonna give you the title and you gotta run the fam basically. And so me and Cannon was doing it for a second, and then Cannon became a solo and then left me on there on my own. So I was Lil Street for a while, and then I went up to J Street. But I was right. I was ripping everything I could as a street boy to get the name out there.
Wow, man. This is why I like doing all these episodes, man, because a lot of y'all don't know that y'all got so many fans across the world outside of the Mecca, man. And like it's dope for your fans to hear like, your Krump story, history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how did you get into Krump, bro?
Um, well, I started crumping because I used to record it, so like I've always had a camera in my hand. So like my homie uh Quinn, TBZ and Bobby. So they had a group called the Squad, and out here in the IE or whatever. And so me and Quinn, we was in this Quinceañera together. You know, it's funny. I was like the main dude, and he was like, "Hey, yo," because I was recording that, and he was like, "Hey, yo, you should record this." So then he showed me, like, him and his boys had a group. So I was making like little Krump videos back in the day before like YouTube was really cracking. Like we really made the disc, and we was sending them to people, whatever. So that's how I got introduced to it, and then I thought I could do it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it or whatever. And I was terrible, bro. I was super bad. And so with that, I met my boy Preston P Town, and he kind of more so introduced it to me more heavy, and so we would always battle or whatever, and then we was going back and forth, him and my boy Ashton, and I remember this this one time we was when I was really getting heavy into it, I thought I was good. I had my own fam. It was called the Business Fam, and I had a girl, her little brother, and I think another dude that's my little homies, right? And rest in peace to my boy Kills. He was Baby Crush, and the girl that I had was his girlfriend.
Hmm.
And this moment in my Krump life made me who I am because he came to the house. He's like, "Oh, my girl's your little homie." He's like, "Nah, she finna be a part of my fam." So he battled me, but him, so Kills and Bobby was like heavy in Krump for real. Like I was just out here in the IE. I didn't really know nothing about it outside of like what Preston was showing me and the homie Quinn and a couple of the homies or whatever. But Kills was a crush for real, and Bobby at the time was Jay Hitman.
Right.
And they was really out there training with the big dogs at the time. I didn't know nothing. When I tell you, Kills came to my house and folded me, bro. Like it was so sad, bro. He beat the brakes off me in that battle, and then him and his girl left, and it was like nothing I could do about it. I was just like, whatever, you know. So that's how I initially got introduced to Krump. Like that's my first real battle was Kills, and he killed me. And he was always been one of my favorite dancers too. So like there's a few videos where I like stole some moves from him and put it out there just cause, you know, that's my boy. But that's really how I got introduced to the whole scene. After that I was like hooked. And then when I went to a session for the first time, like a real session, yeah, it was curtains after that. I was there all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, man, that's dope, man. So, man, like, bro, the last 3 years, a lot of people they like what I say, but then again, they don't. By me
Mhm.
being a blogger, and one of the things that they hate when I say, I'll be like, "Yo, I don't give a fuck what era Krump you was in, like from start to finish." I keep telling them, like, "Yo, Extreme Movement is the best shit that happened to Krump for me." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was during the best era, which I call it the MySpace era. I was
yeah,
like, oh, Extreme Movement. When you think of YouTube, that was like, they was the main shit. Like that was the main shit that cats like me and other people, when you go on YouTube, that was the shit that we was seeing. I was like,
yeah,
what's Crump Kings? Because you know, Crump Kings is mainly had like the DVD wave, but when you
yeah,
go,
yeah,
it was mainly Extreme Movement, which was all y'all cats. I said, yo,
yeah,
they don't like it when I said. I'll be like, yo, like Extreme Movement set the tone for like being like want you to be like a dope little homie. Like it was cool to be a little homie. Like
yeah, yeah.
J hit. Then I was like from the moves to the music. Then I was like, yo, everything, man. So like for those who begs the differ, how do you feel about that?
All right, so since I was a part of Extreme Movement, so I'm gonna definitely say we was the best squad, obviously. But honestly, out of there was a time where nobody could mess with us because we really had everybody, like all the heavy hitters at one time. I'm talking like it was me, Bobby, um, Okay, me, J Hit, Grim, Solo, J Slot, T Slot, Swings was there. I think T Slay was there. We had freaking we had Rascal, all of his little homies. J Rascal was a heavy one. We had J Tight, Lil Tight. Um, who else? We had Shofu. We had Weapon. We had Spade. Riot was in there. So there wasn't a squad that could have messed with us at the time. You feel me? Because it was even Krump Kings, like I said, I was just talking to my boy about this the other day. Like, if they chose our side, Krump Kings wouldn't have been able to mess with. There would probably been only like one or two for sure battles at the time that they would have won. But outside of that, everything would have been up in the air, and we really would have been went thrashing stuff because we really had everybody. I think Prissy was with us for a hot minute too.
Oh, word.
So yeah, so we was really moving in a wave, but we just had, I'm gonna call it bad management, and it ain't on Mama Rascal part. That's all I'm gonna say. So
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 bad management. Dang. So like
yeah,
those houses that y'all was dancing at that time in the kitchen and in the living room, was that at the Rascals crib?
yeah, I was at Mama Rascal's house. Yes,
Oh,
Rascal's house.
all right,
Yes,
cool, cool, cool.
that's where we was ripping everything there.
Yeah, man. And like far as like I feel that all you guys brought styles to Crump. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of cats at the time was mainly trying to get off like Eyes and a few others, but I feel like that era of you guys, that group brought the styles and even with the fashion, everything, bro. This
yeah,
was like y'all brought that to Crump, and
yeah,
for cats that just getting into Crump, they would think like, oh, it's only Eyes and Miho. But I tell cats, I'm like, yo, it's so many other people that had a major impact in Crump. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Which is you guys yourself.
Yeah. Now we definitely was different. We had because back here, like I said, in the IE, we was bringing a little IE swag to Crump. So we was always heavy in the shoes, like me, Bobby, Kills, Ashton. So we was Nike out. Like we had damn near every SB you could think of, right? And
Hmm.
so we used that time to show off like we knew how to dress. And so, because at first, with the LA style, they had the Tims. We all did the Tims, the big shirts and shit. And I was like, yeah, that's out. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start doing like how we do it. We start going to sessions doing our own thing. You feel me? Oh yeah, and we had Buck Wild in them, a part of
Yep.
Extreme Movement too as well. So yeah,
Yep.
don't forget that.
Lil Grim is one of my all-time favorite dancers.
Yeah, Lil Grim, yeah, LJ, yeah, LJ was there. You
Yeah,
know, I just it
favorite.
was so many. Even oh yeah, even J Grim. It was so many that it's hard to think about like just off top of the head. But um now we would bring, like I said, the fashion. Like it wasn't just we would Crump and our dope shit, and then after a while, we start seeing people do the same thing. Cause like I said, it was cool when they was doing all their little big ass t-shirts, but like we was real technical dancers. So a big old t-shirt, I wasn't big at the time. I only weighed like 135 pounds. So like a big old t-shirt, you're not gonna see my movement, my transfers. What's up, you go? What's up, Stux? um it's not something that you could see. So we would wear the clothes that match and we would come with our fits. And then that's how we would get, people on it because you could really see what we was doing. You know
Right.
what I mean? It wasn't just something that got lost in translation. So
Hmm.
that's why we start doing it that way. And like I said, I've always liked the dress,
Hmm.
and it was girls up there at the time. So of course you gotta look good. I just didn't feel like you could have a big old baggy shirt and feel and look fly. So,
Right. Yep. I
you know,
agree. I definitely
so
agree. So how was like extreme movement presented to you?
all right, so how it all got started, right? Is Mama Rascal, she was always trying to figure out stuff for us to do because like that's my godmom. So I love her to death. She she was always trying to figure out how to get us like paid or stuff or try to do stuff outside of just dancing at events or just dancing at other people's stuff, like trying to get us to build our own thing. So she met it. She found this guy named Robert Gilliam,
That's
right? And
that's my man.
yeah. So he okay had this vision or whatever, right? And he wanted to, make a group. And so she basically brought all the talent, which was us. So there was actually he was talking about paying cats, all these events and stuff. So we was all excited. I actually didn't make the cut originally, right? They had an event and it was like a performance, and basically you had to showcase your talent and they was gonna pick you. I didn't get picked, right? So it was crazy. I was like, all right, whatever, it's not a big deal. All the other homies got picked. I was one of the ones that didn't get it. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But then when round two came, I guess they didn't have enough people, so they was offering more slots. And this second time, I killed that shit. Nobody was better than me that day. And then that's how I made it on. So that's how it was presented, because she found him, and then we had this whole vision that we was gonna start we was gonna start a channel, like a little live streaming service back in the day. Like, right, we were trying to do everything, but it was just nobody really knew where to go. And it was kind of like hit or miss. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So he had one vision, because he was coming from like a modern style of dance, right? Like, he does the hip hop jazz style, and he has his world, which is completely different from Krump. So
Right.
he was trying to bring that to Krump, but it don't always translate like that. You get what I'm saying? So he had his ideas and it clashed with some of our ideas, and that's kind of like uh where the standstill came. But it got presented because he came through. Him and Christian did a whole lot for Extreme Movement, and I never, say anything outside of that. Like they really did, and showed me a different light, because he came and talked to my mom in the living room before he took me and Bobby to China. Boy, it was it was crazy. So I
Yeah.
always respect him for that.
Yeah. What was some of like your best like moments, memories that you had with Extreme Movement?
Well, the main one was me and Bobby going to Shanghai, China, to teach at the second biggest dance company in Shanghai. It's called the Shanghai Opera House. And then out there, we did a live performance in front of 10,000 people. We did this blue carpet event where it was like they were showcasing this alcohol that they was doing. We danced there. So they had so what happened is we just got invited.
Hmm.
Um, and they had performers there. They had like break dancers and like jazz dancers or whatever, and just all kind of stuff. But they was whack, right? So me and Bobby was laughing. So we decided we was just gonna be extra, and there was like three stages, like to think of a circle, but it was three circle stages. It was one big one, and then two main ones. It was like one that wasn't so high, and then one that was smaller. So we just hopped on the stage after and just started dancing, just being stupid. And then this camera dude came and shoved the camera in my face, and then Bobby started dancing, and then I went again, and then they was like, go to the big stage. So then they took us on the main stage, and for like 10 minutes we dancing, going back and forth, trying to get each other breathe. We dancing to techno music, but we was going crazy. Got a standing ovation after. So that was probably like my main like one of my best highlights from Extreme Movement. The
Hmm.
next one, I think is another one, because my boy, he's got a sore in his side from me whooping him at this we had what was called a Krump conference, and we was there. We was this is where we were trying to showcase that how we teach, and getting people to understand that like we were more than just dancers. We teach. We had art shows there. We had all kind of stuff, and my boy Jay Grimm decided he wanted to call me out for a battle, and yeah, I served him. Okay, I outright obliterated my boy to the point that he damn near wanted to stop dancing after that. It was bad. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
That's
So
crazy.
that was another major one. And then another like an extreme movement highlight. I think when we did the great not the Great Western Forum, the amphitheater in Los Angeles.
Hmm.
We we had a performance up there, and I was with two groups since I was Extreme Movement and another one called Antics. And so we both had a performance, and we came up with a dope little idea. We Krump. That was the first time that area has seen that style of dancing. So that we was the first to do a lot of things outside of like what other groups was doing because they was just crumping, right? Like we was really out here performing, and we was teaching. I was me and a couple of others was teaching in Los Angeles. We was teaching a bunch of after school programs. So we was taking Crump to different areas that a lot of these guys wasn't doing at the time. So yeah, it was a big thing.
Oh wow, man, wow. So at the time, the mob brought they and came and mixed it with extreme movement. Like
Mhm.
at that time, like how did you feel when they came and brought what they had to the table to extreme movement when you guys collabed? Because you had to put on also to the extreme mob, right?
Yeah, so all right, the way it was like with the extreme mob, that was just something that we did inside, but like it was kind of separate. Like it wasn't necessarily the same. Like think of um extreme movement is like the umbrella and things that fell in between. So like as a business, extreme movement was the business because we had people that were in SK a part of extreme movement as well. We had people in other groups and fractions, but as like a whole, because we were looking at it more of as a business. So as a whole, we were looking at it as this is the group, but we have other fractions in it. So like people were, like I said, in the mob. Like I was a part of the mob when it came to like street beef. It wasn't necessarily extreme movement. It was like, oh, okay, you from SK. All right, F it. I'm from the mob, whoop de whoop, mob. It wasn't like extreme movement mob, but they tried to integrate it like that, but it wasn't really like that. Honestly, it was really mainly that was the umbrella as the business, and the little fractions in between was just our personal groups or what we did
Mhm.
outside of that.
Right.
So
So kind of like an example when like all you guys battle the Lost Boys. You
yeah.
didn't get off, did you? Because I didn't see you in none of those clips. I only see.
Now, see, that was just a mob thing. See, that
Okay.
wasn't necessarily. We recorded it because that was a part of our people. So we recorded, put it on our YouTube. So like, if it blew up, we was the first ones, right?
Right.
That
Right.
was just Jay Tight was beefing with. I think it was Jay Grimm, uh, and they was talking smack. So he was like, "I'm finna kill him," and he told us, and we smashed out there just to see it. You know what I'm saying? That so, like I said, that necessarily wasn't a part of the extreme movement. That was just regular crump beef. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, yeah, look at just when you think of it, like look at extreme movement. Like I said, I'd say is as the overall business, and then the things in between. You get me?
Okay. Got you. Got you. Got you. Yeah, man. Like, man. So, like, when y'all first started like the filming, did you think you guys was gonna blow up at that time, as far as being like YouTube crump stars?
Nah, we just was filming it just to do it because, like I said, we was trying to be different. We knew that was the wave, but I didn't know that a lot of our videos was gonna blow up how they did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was yeah, because we was killing the game for a while, like when it came to like crump
Facts,
videos
facts, man.
consistently. So
Oh yeah, facts.
was judgy.
Plus, you had like all the niggas like Chaz and them niggas holding footage, not releasing everybody footage. So it was dope to have like y'all like put out like niggas properly get off and wasn't like
Yeah,
holding niggas
oh
shit.
for sure. There's a video out there, Cesare, he's my boy, but there's a video that he ain't never released, and I would love to see it when I folded him in San Bernardino at the Way Church.
Wow.
So and any dude from San Bernardino to IE that was there that night would tell you the same thing. It is no cap. And if I still had my space, I still had the messages for Todd Eyes talking about, oh, you think you beat me? I'm gonna battle you every time I see you. Wooty woo. It's gonna be this. Him and Enforcer, rest in peace. But they
Yeah,
both my boys. It's all love.
yeah.
So
R.I.P.
it
to
was
the.
always fun. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big thing in Krump going on right now because a lot of niggas is upset that by Chaz always having like a light where like cameras is on him, or he always take advantage of like a position where like an interview or where he know like niggas gonna follow whatever he says. So a lot of cats is pissed because he going around saying that he never lost in Krump ever. And I and
Yeah,
I
that's
I
not
know
a that's
for a
not a fact.
fact I've seen 4 battles that he lost. And
Yeah.
now what you telling me, so that's like a stamp saying like,
Yeah. So this is so the one with me and him, like, I don't care. I'll tell you face to face, and I got facts, I got witnesses. Um the day so what happened was is I'll tell you the story. So look, what happened was is I was at Julian's house, right? He was what was Julian? He was a Stux. He was or I think he was Junior Stux at the time, and then he was a Crush, but Octane. Okay, so Octane, um, I was at his house, and I made up this move. All right, and it's the one, and I gotta go ahead and hit this too, because Cannon is my dog. He, I love him to death. But the move that Cannon did at the Call of Buck, where he like threw his butt and everybody went crazy,
mm-hmm,
he got that from me. All right. That's the move that I did on Todd Eyes when for the story I'm finna tell you. But I gotta get that out there just so he know. He'll tell you. But I made that move up at his house. And I was like, Julian, what you think of this? And he was like, that shit hard as this shit is crazy like that. I was like, bro, you lying, this shit was whack. I just made it up as a joke, whatever, whatever. So we go to the session, nothing. Me and my boy Ashton was there. And it was me, Ashton, Julian, and a few other people. But I seen Todd Eyes there, and he knew that I was under J type, and this had been the first time I had seen him since I had been under J type, and so he was like, so I said, Ash, I find us about, I want to work on some of this new stuff or whatever, and he was like, all right, cool. So he set the battle up, and the next thing you know, it was like Todd Eyes versus Lil Street and Baby Eyes versus Baby Crush. And I'm like, Ashton, this is the battle you decided to set us up? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not doing this. I'm like, who you battling? He's like, I'm battling Baby Eyes then. I was like, and so Todd Eyes came, he's like, oh, no, what's up, man? It's all love. He said, you the little homie now. So I got to battle you. I got to welcome you to the family. I was like, all right, cool, for sure, respect. I said, but since you calling me out, Crump rules, you got to go first. And he's like, oh yeah, respect, cool, whatever. So he goes, so baby eyes go. I think it was Cornell at the time. Cornell goes, and him and Ashton go, and then Ashton go, and then Todd Eyes go. And when I tell you, Todd Eyes didn't do anything. Like he was like, this is the one time I'm telling you, this is the one time I felt like, bro, what the like? That's it. So when I hit the corner, because I had just left J Ty House, we came with all this crazy material, and I was like, I'm finna kill him. That was the first thing I thought. I shook his hand, whatever. Turned around, I looked at Julian. I told him straight. I said, I'm finna kill this man. So I'm dancing, and then I do something to where I turn around and I see Julian. I lock eyes with him, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs, "Do the move, do the move!" And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, like I told you that shit was whack. And so he's like, do the fucking move. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I turn around and I set it up. I like do my little leg move. I get to the side. I wave from my head, chest, torso. I mean, chest, butt, knee, foot. From the foot, I kicked it back to my knee, kicked it back to my torso, and I just lifted myself up and threw myself over. Swear to God, they used to play this song called "You Have Just Been Killed Off" if you felt like you lost or whatever, the battle was done. By the time I hit that ground and got up, everybody has surrounded me and picked me up, and they played the track. Like, you have just been killed off, right? And Tie Dye was hot, man. He took his shirt off, he took his Timbs off. It was a different beast after that. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I won, right? I was like, but out of respect, I was like, I keep going, but don't ever forget that this was already stopped. This is a new battle. So he beat me the second part of the battle, but that first part of the battle, he lost. So
Wow.
cool. It's no biggie. I have no problem saying that. And like I said, if I still had my space, I got his messages and my brother, Enforcer Rest in Peace. His messages telling you didn't beat my brother. Every time we see you, we finna battle. Da da da. I swear, even if I have my sidekick, I had to screenshot it, and because I always used to look at that as motivation, like you know, because it was something that everybody dreams of, like, getting tight eyes or whatever. But he lost a few times, but like I said, he hit him out of, like, I will say, he probably one of the smartest dancers out of there, because he knows how to leverage, right? And that's what he's really good at, leveraging his value, his success to get where he need, or to stay where he's at.
I
You get
agree.
me?
I,
So you,
I definitely
I mean,
agree.
I know people be mad at him, but like, you can't be mad. Like, this is his hustle. You feel me?
Hmm.
He started it. He got to stay on top, and he knows how to stay on top. And you can't be mad at that. Like, I respect it. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like, to be doing it this long and to be as amazing as the nigga is as a dancer, and then being able to transcend through like Krump generations from when it first conceived to the beginning, middle, where we at now, still being on top. That's not something that's easy to do.
Real shit.
So he forever gonna be a GOAT. But the only thing, like I said, with the community though, they just look at him as a god. But you can't do that, and that's kind of where I feel like it slowed down a lot,
Hmm.
because they just want to impress him, and then they try to be like him. So then you got a bunch of people dancing like him. Because when we was tight, everybody had like their own style. It was
Own
different. It
creeds, bro.
was,
Everybody had their own dope creeds, bro. And
you
that's
know,
why I say, like, man, a lot of niggas, bro. Like, I'm one of the dudes. They get pissed when I like start talking. They be like, man, this nigga only be talking about whoopty woo woo. I'm like, yo, I'm just telling you, like, I'm a real nigga, bro. And I'm like, yo, I didn't when I turned on YouTube, I didn't go on YouTube looking for Crump Kings or eyes or I was like, nigga, like if it wasn't extreme movement, I wasn't really fucking with it. Just
yeah,
like music, if it wasn't alphabets, I wasn't really fucking with it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Guys,
That's respect, man. That's respect, man. That's all love too.
yeah, man, like yeah, Rascal, like all them, they my like real close niggas, man. And they
Yeah,
told me to hit you up because I did Rascal's interview last year, but when I brought him the idea, he was like, yo, you need to start doing this shit like ASAP. So that's when I
yeah,
started reaching out to y'all and trying to set all this shit up. So
yeah.
yeah, I got Grim and Swings next week. I'm gonna actually do
Okay.
the same day. So I'm just gonna this shit probably gonna last, bro, till like maybe like summertime because there's so many like people, and I
Yeah,
want to get y'all proper homage, man. Because
yeah,
one thing I also bring up to every dancer that I talk to is like, I ask them, I'm like, do you think that Krump should have a Hall of Fame, whereas like
yeah.
it's one big
Honestly,
ass building where niggas can like everybody in the community can go and properly see like what niggas really did. Like for me, like when I was talking to Prodigy from J Squad, we was on the phone the other day, and I was like, "Yo, it should be a building like you big ass building, right? So when I walk in on the left section, it should be each city. Like okay, so I got
yeah,
OC right here, then all the OC legends and everything. Then
yeah,
IE, LA, the six. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You
No, for
got
sure.
Crump
I
King.
feel,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. I feel like it definitely should be something like that. Like, we was honestly trying to do something like that, but the thing about it, that the only thing that sucks is the division in Crump. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of, because I know we all had our like Crump beefs, but some people really took that to heart, and really hold on to that, and
still to the
stop like the growth of what it could be. Because I remember for a while, the the two people that was considered, the enemies was Miss Prissy and Lil C, because they went a different direction. But that could have opened the doors on so many different levels. They could have pulled so many other people in to just do what we were doing, right? And so I feel like even now, trying to come together as a group, it's just so much animosity in there. It's like we can't, because nobody wants to like swallow their pride. Like
Yeah,
there's
bro.
we should be like, how they got the EBS and that's a big little Krump event. We should be the Mecca. It shouldn't be another area. It should be us, and people want to come to us. And like I had came up with an idea. I had talked to Todd Eyes about it one time, but it didn't really go nowhere. But like we come up with a group, or we come up with like a plan, like you sell like UFC. Like we have events and we come to your city and we throw this event, and we just move it and we sell it like how a package, like how the UFC is. They come to different cities, get the main stars, sell it, promote it, put it out, and just do it like that. And then the Mecca will be out here. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's hard to get, like I said, get a bunch of people online. Like I don't know.
Yo, bro, you're not lying, because it's a lot of cats that, like last year alone, Ray, man, I probably did over 50 Krump interviews within
Yeah,
4 months, but a lot of niggas didn't want to do it because they like you said, they got so much beef. And then some niggas that get mad at me because like what another nigga say in the interview. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just a blogger. Like you can't,
yeah,
yeah, but like you said, man, it's sad thing, bro. I think that would be like Krump needs that shit, bro, because
yeah.
it'd be so many
Uh-oh.
niggas. Oh,
That man Jay hit in here.
hey, yo, Bobby, check your inbox. But yeah, man, like, bro, it should be something where Knicks can go and properly see like the greatness of Krump, man, instead of just thinking it's like one or two people, man. But I don't know,
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
you never know, man. Me and Papa Psycho, we talk a lot about that also. So, I got
Yeah,
a lot of shit because I live in New York, but I
yeah,
always come out. And only thing I didn't make it to the last session because my little homie, his mom died, but I was supposed to do the media at the last corner session. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Adrian told me that all y'all was there,
Oh,
and
we was all there, and
yeah,
I'm
man, I
telling you,
was
it was.
fuck, man. I was like, nigga, that
Bro,
even
listen.
Rob, he showed up because he thought I was coming. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
but I'll be at the next one, March. So we're
All right,
gonna do a lot of dope shit, bro. Like
all right,
face
for sure.
off, like it's gonna be a lot of dope shit. Like I'm about to
Yeah,
put a lot of shit together, but this is one of my favorite things, man. Is like the extreme movement shit. So I'm definitely happy. I was able to get in contact with all y'all, man. I had to reach out
yeah,
to different cats because I didn't have like all y'all IG or whatever. But
yeah,
thankfully everybody was hit. You know, gave me y'all shit. But yeah, give me your
yeah.
top 5 favorite crumpers.
My top five.
Yeah,
I got a lot. All right, so like,
even if it's
so,
10, even if it's
all
10.
right, all right. So my favorite crumpers of all time. All right. Number one. Okay, it's not gonna be a number one. It's not really a 1 to 10. Like it's just I'm gonna just say the ones I feel. One of my favorites is Outrage, J Hit, Kills. Um, I love Rascal. Um, there was a time, little JoJo, from Oceanside, J Tight, obviously, the big homie, Riot. Um, who else was no, Ruin is one of my boy,
Who else,
him,
man?
crazy.
Yo,
And
bro, that nigga's fire, man.
let me see, uh, who else was another one? Because I got a game. I love Joey's style. Um, and the smoothest one of them all was Jeff. So Jeff is one of my top ones. So J Slot, T Slot. Um, oh man, listen, Tampico used to be my favorite dancer. When I tell you Tampico, he did this move. I forgot which battle. I think it was what the hell did they used to call it? The cage, where he battled in that boxing ring, bro. His was so cold, man. Tampico was one of my dogs. Uh, I love Buck Wild. Buck Wild had this one move one time. I swear to God, I damn near died. He took his hat threw that shit, and that shit popped back on his head. Where he was battling, I think it was him and Beware versus Joey and somebody else. But I got a lot, man, because it's and people bring different shit. Like Boy Bad is
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorites. You know, um, there was I love Cannon. Even though Cannon he just Cannon. I always tell him that he just Cannon. Like I don't really compare him to nobody. He's his own person, but he just different. Like, but so them is my like out of all of them, yeah, those are like some of my favorites. Like anytime they about to dance, I get excited. I love Outrage, man. He's another dope one that I just feel like he's underrated because he got so much swag while he
Yeah.
dances. So, and there's a lot of that's missed because everybody trying to be one way. You know what I'm saying? So he come with a different flavor, and he remind me of how we used to be because he tried to bring the style, his
Mm-hmm.
own unique style of fashion and dance to dancing, which I think is dope. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and let me see who else. Who else is another one that I think? Oh, Crush. I mean, I can't even see how I forgot that. Crush was another crazy one, right? And Junior Rascal, Nick, bro, he used to be,
Bro, that's one of my favorite dancers, bro.
yeah, bro, he used to be
I
so
always
smooth.
he laughed because I always say he's the Justin Timberlake of Krump. He always start laughing when I tell him that.
Oh man,
Yo,
yeah,
that
bro,
man.
it's so many. Like I love Foolish, Goofy, cause like I said, everyone that I feel like I'm naming, they brought something different that they saw as Crump to them, right?
Mhm.
Weapon was another one that was cold.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
Weapon, like I said, was different. He brought his own little like he took the pieces that he learned from others and then he made his own thing, right? So
Uh-huh.
that's why I feel like some of these Lil Trey, Lil Hit, Turtle was another main one. Stux, there was a time where Stux was the phenom of the
Bro,
IE.
I call Stuck's laugh too because I always say he's the Michael Jordan of the IE.
Yeah, Stux he was that dude. But like I said, but like for the long period of time. Oh, T Beezy, I'm gonna go give it to T Beezy. T Beezy was one of my favorites. He's an IE dude. He a IE. His name was think it was Maine. Yeah, his name was Maine. It was him, Mike, and Bobby. And then Bobby went to J Hit. But I remember T Beezy used to come to the house and he was teaching me, just basically showing me. Preston was another one. All of them just for what they did and helped me out. So like I got a lot of little favorites. LJ, one of my favorites. He's also one of my best battles. I had to slay him. He gonna be mad that I
Yo,
said
bro,
it.
I
But
still to this day says that him and Hurricane's battle is what changed Crump, bro. I swear to
yeah,
God. A lot of niggas don't like when I say that too. I'm like, to me, that's the best battle ever in Crump because I feel like that changed for like the ground moves to the combos. Like to me, like that's when Crump really like took off with
yeah.
moves and combos and all that.
You said when LJ battled Hurricane?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah, LJ my dog, but he got a shit. If you talk to LJ, remind that man about your boy, cause he's still trying to get this one back. I don't know if I'm gonna let him get that battle back, cause I folded him.
all right, cool. I
And
definitely will.
that man Riot in there, okay,
Yeah, right. That's my brother. I talk to that
yeah,
fool every day.
yeah, that's the original big homie, man. Like I said, I was a Riot first, He's the one who basically brought me into the world, Crump, like actually brought. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, my boy Quinn in here. Let's go. So look, Quinn is the one I was telling you about. Is the one who brought me into Crump first. Riot was the one who basically gave me a shot. My first battle was at the D, right? And that fool Riot, I didn't know what happened. All right, so Riot was like, I got this battle for you. Cool. I came up with this crazy move, and I'm dancing, and I do the move, and this fool Riot picked me up off the ground, and the music stopped. So I looked around like, what? I was so zoned in, I hadn't realized the whole crowd went crazy, and they cut the music off. It was done. He's like, it's over. I was like, what you mean it's over? I didn't even get through my second. I was so new. I did not understand what happened, right?
Mhm.
And he was like, oh, you killed him off. That was basically my first kill off, was as a Riot at the Dunamis, bro. I was like one of the second battles, so it was a lot of people there, but it wasn't a whole lot. But I remember that was one of the craziest things because he was talking to me, and I promise you, it did not register that I had just killed this dude. And he like, it's over, it's done, you won. I'm like, but I have another round. I did all this practice for
Yeah,
2 rounds, bro.
that's so dope, bro. So dope, man. Hey, yo, let all your fans know what you got going on, like, in today in your life.
Oh well, now I'm a business owner, so I have a medical billing and coding company, which is pretty dope. I also do photography. Y'all can follow my photography page. It's basically the same name, Memory Code, just add films to the end.
Okay.
So Memory Code Films, that's my photography page. But yeah, I'm a father now, and I do what I gotta do. Like I said, my business. We gonna do the shoot, Bobby. Let me finish this. He on the way. He on the way. But that's really it. I'm just, staying out the way. I try to go to sessions when I can, but right now it's just about, feeding my family
Right.
and making sure shit is good. That's really it. So
Yeah, that's
I
all.
love Krump. We always be having these Krump talks, and it was stupid. Oh my God. But we always be having these like debates, Crump, and it is what it is. Trey ugly. And I remember Trey, he used to think he could kill me, but that day will come one of these days.
Yeah, man. Yo, bro, man, this is so dope just to hear, like, from, man, I call y'all legends, bro. And I hold y'all to a higher standard than a lot, like 98% of Crump, man. A lot of niggas don't like it, but
I
I bet,
appreciate that.
like, man, you always fucking talk about extreme movement, this extreme, like,
Yeah.
he one of the niggas that always like, yo, bro, fuck Crump Kings, man. I was like, there's nothing better than that shit, but that's my nigga, man. But yeah,
That's
man.
respect, man. That's
Yeah,
respect.
man. It's dope, man. And I definitely appreciate you doing this, man. It means a lot, Brody.
Oh man, no problem, man. Like I said, my bad on last week. It was just a
Nah, it's
lot
all
going
good.
on,
It's
but
all good.
yeah.
Let all your fans know where they can follow you at too, bro.
Like I said, you can follow me on Instagram, Memory Code Films. That's like I said, my photography page, or you can go to my website, raynelponder.com. It's spelled RAYNALPONDER.com, and that's all like my photography work, contact stuff, information for that. But
All right.
that's it. That's all I
Yeah,
really
man.
do. I don't really do nothing
Shit,
else.
bro. Well, send me like your information, bro, and I can, push that shit out. So maybe you could get, some business or, something, man. Just let me know, man. I help spread the, cause you being a brother and support my platform, I definitely would do the same. So
Oh, I got you, brother. Yeah, I'll definitely send that out.
yeah, man. And I'll
But
be seeing you soon, man. I'm gonna be in Cali a lot this year, man. So
for sure, for sure.
stop
Appreciate you. Thanks
so
for having me. You
yeah,
know,
man. Y'all niggas look out for me, man. But
I
hey,
got
yo,
you,
Ray,
bro.
man, I definitely appreciate this, bro. And man, 10 toes down, man. And salute, King.
All right, man. Thank
All
you for having me,
right,
brother.
bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you already know.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Everybody, that was the homie Ray, man. Crump Talk episode 28, Extreme Movement Edition, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. We're doing strictly extreme movement this year, so but y'all already know my slogan. Just a guy that like to talk about reality. Peace.